You're tuned into the VSX Digital Sports Network.
More fire, more heat.
You're listening to the boss of the big ball, JBTHETICKET. Giving you that grease. Vegas Scoreboard Express. Always spitting that explosive fire.
That's right, Las Vegas and all my sports bettors around the world. You're rocking with the boss of the big boy, JB the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express. Talking some grease today. The NBA, we thought it was coming back. Social justice is more important. And we're talking health and fitness with my main man, Delmar Tolliver, former Hollywood trainer and innovative thinker and entrepreneur, talking about his new fitness combat program, Ready2Rumble. Delmar, are you on the line with me today?
What's up, champ? I'm in the building.
All right. Delmar Tolliver, Ready2Rumble Fitness. Check him out at Ready2RumbleFitness.com. You can also follow him on Instagram at Ready2Rumble Fitness. Now we're talking about a few things, notably some fitness. Let's hear about it, man. Looks like you were in the gym. I checked out your Instagram. You were in the gym a couple of weeks ago, getting some things done. Tell us a little bit about your background. And again, once we get into the social justice stuff, it'll all make sense. Go ahead.
Okay, a little bit my background is I have 12 years experience professionally as a trainer, over 8 certifications from some of the best institutions from around the country. I've spent 6 years in Hollywood where I've trained Lakers cheerleaders, models, actresses, actors, entertainers. I train a little bit of everybody. You name it, I can claim it.
That's what I'm talking about. Again, rocking with the boss of the big board, JB the Ticket. Follow me on Instagram at JB the Ticket and follow the show on Twitter at We Beat the Line. So again, talking to you, Delmar. Now, this Ready2Rumble Fitness, I got to be honest with you. I tried it, brought in one of my NBA homies. Shout out my main man, Glenn Big Baby Davis in the building. Get better, big homie. We'll get back out there and get to work. Man, that workout program is pretty intense. You had an old man sweating, man. It was a kind of embarrassing thing for me. I wasn't quite looking the way I wanted to. But just tell the folks that they're listening what this program can do for them. Because for me personally, I lost 7 pounds in a week. It's definitely the real deal. So let's talk a little bit about what you've developed and what they're looking forward to seeing when you get that launched. Go ahead.
Well, basically, we're going to stick to the things that work. I've trained many people. I've tried thousands of things. I've shared with everyone the most effective. So you're going to get results. I've gotten results from people who have lost 60 pounds in 90 days, 50 pounds in 90 days, 10 pounds in a week, basically giving the body what it needs. We recalibrate and rebalance the body naturally. So I stay away from these fad products like protein shakes and pre-workouts, which destroys your hormones and your body's ability to lose weight. Okay, so basically what I do is I impact the body from the inside, rebalance you, recalibrate you, and weight loss is the effect of being healthy.
Ready2RumbleFitness.com. That's ready. Type in the number 2, fitness.com. So let's talk a little bit about it. The NBA was supposed to come back on July 31st. However, social issues, notably Kyrie Irving, who notably said on a Thanksgiving, that Thanksgiving was a murder to him. His mother, as we all know, is Native American descent, so, it was a happy Thanksgiving for others, but for him, he kept it all the way real. So to see that he is leading, essentially, this particular protest and essentially encouraging players to say, hey, look, we have bigger issues going on right now. The COVID is still out there, but most importantly, as I've been mentioning on this show on the side for many years, the killing of black men by law enforcement and authority figures or assumed authority figures, it just has to stop. So let's talk about it a little bit, Delmar. Now, I know you, for a while now we've been talking, we've been hanging out, and we've been having these conversations. So let's talk about it from an athlete's perspective. You train athletes, you train people. What type of stuff are you hearing? And is your phone ringing off the hook? Are the leagues opening?
Okay.
Are you getting you on the phone? Go ahead.
Yeah. So, basically, it's not just a George Floyd thing. That was a catalyst to, I think, something people have been fed up with for quite some time. The police brutality, the white supremacy. I believe that all of us as black men have experienced that. I mean, pretty much every job you go on, you're going to experience that.
Can't refute that. So, I mean, you're talking about professional athletes. There's a book I've been reading. Again, shout out to the author William C. Roden. It's called $40 Million Slaves. I suggest all you guys go to Amazon, pick that up. It's a free plug, giving out some free plugs today. But most importantly, it's a book that really gives a great inside perspective into the thoughts and minds of a wealthy black man, because we've seen that several athletes, several entertainers run afoul of the law and essentially get the book thrown at them. For example,
they get the book thrown at them, some of them. Others, the racism is overlooked when you're able to entertain the ruling class. Okay, so a guy like LeBron James and other athletes, not saying that they don't experience racism, but not to the level of someone who isn't a multi-million-dollar athlete.
Well, I think LeBron James, as an example, might not be the best example because somebody spray painted the N-word on his front gate in L.A. So, and we know how L.A. is. You trained out in Hollywood.
Right. They're not immune to it.
Do you think that these players, from an economic standpoint, we've already seen it with Colin Kaepernick. Shout out Colin Kaepernick, getting it done, getting that protest started. And now the NFL's trying to backtrack by giving that man his job back. I mean, I've seen so many bum quarterbacks costing me money last year. I was like, man, they can at least get him in there. They can at least get him in there, So when you think about it from that perspective, now talking about the NBA, do you think these players who've already had a strike, shortened season in 2010, do you think that now with the social justice finally being taken seriously by the so-called powers that be, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show, but do you think that they are now going to essentially stop play due to this issue? Because we've seen it in the NBA with Donald Sterling. We saw that, he lost his entire team, the LA Clippers. So we know that the NBA has been very vocal and active in regards to these social issues, and mainly issues in relationship to people who look like us, the black men. It seems as though that our issues now with, essentially every time we leave our home, our lives being on the line, is now being taken serious, because we've seen it with Ahmaud Arbery, young man jogging, Breonna Taylor, no-knock warrants. I mean, all of these types of things that are designed in a system which we've been saying for years, look, take your knee off our neck. And now that it's actually been shown and seen the horrific nature of the way many of us are treated, do you think these guys are going to be willing to get back on the court? And in addition to that, with the COVID-19, possibly no fans. Go ahead.
Well, the show will go on. What I think we're going to experience is a lot of guys being out of shape. I witnessed this with the last couple of UFC fights, where most of the fighters on the card missed weight. Okay, due to being home in the pandemic and not being able to go to the gym. So what I'm thinking is we're going to see a slight decline in some of the players and the athletes because they haven't been in the gym. The gyms haven't been open. Were they responsible and going out to work out on their own? I'm not sure. I just heard Clarissa Shields say that she was jogging and walking 6 miles. She'll work out for a day and take 2 days off. Some of them have been doing it like that, so that when you work out, your immune system has to it recovers your body. So that's what it recovers, your immune system. So if that's compromised by you working out, you won't have the strength to fight off a coronavirus. So
interesting point.
Yeah.
Now, we've seen in the college athletics, not to cut you off, Delmar, but in college athletics, University of Alabama has been dealing with coronavirus, several other universities and various conferences, mid-majors as well. So do you think that the NBA has to take a serious look at possibly a respread in the league? Because, again, if they start in a month's time, and you mentioned the health and wellness of the players, the immune system, do you think it's all going to be worth it? Should everybody just chalk up 2020 to a year of reset, or should they plug forward? Go ahead.
Yeah, I would definitely do that for a reset because typically basketball season is over. So why do this last-minute basketball season. It doesn't make any sense. I would think that you would want to get together for the following season, take some time off, reconstruct the entire program, and move forward like that, improving their program, not just trying to throw on a show at the last minute. So that, I think, could have some repercussions where it's not together like it should be, because it's being done at the last minute. We have a shortened season at the last minute. I think if they took the rest of this season off and took the time to focus and reconstruct their entire program, they would have a better season next year. But throwing it on at the last minute, I think we're going to see some, it's going to look like that as well.
Delmar Tolliver, Vegas Scoreboard Express. You're rocking with the boss of the big board. Back after this short commercial break. Really want to thank him for stopping by the big board today. Going to continue this talk on some social justice in sports and the NBA. You're rocking with me. Stay tuned, and let's get that money.
There it is.
More fire, more heat.
You're listening to the boss of the big ball, JBTHETICKET. Giving you that grease. Basketball season is heating up, so stay in the game with Fubo TV. Get the NBA, NCAA, FIBA, and more. Get 7 days free at VegasScoreboardExpress.com. Don't get cabled. Get Fubo TV.